Who is Chris Brogan?
I am a writer. I sometimes call myself a typist. I run a company called Human Business Works, which helps educate small business people. After working for a few years with really big companies, Fortune 100 and 500, I've switched it and started working with really small companies to teach them how to grow business capabilities and teach them what I call human business, which is sustainable, relationship-minded business.
When you say sustainable relationship-minded, what does that mean?
What I mean is, for example, being there before the sale. Instead of asking for your money, make a relationship. Know who the person is with whom you're hoping to have this transaction so that there's a loyalty, there's a relationship before you actually ask for something. And then when you make the sale, there's an opportunity for a follow-up sale. So to me, it's a better way of doing business. It's feeding for the long term as opposed to eating today.
But are people ready to embrace that, because we live in a world where time is our biggest enemy? We don't have time. And building relationship takes time.
I think so. I think it's the same difference of going from hunter to hunter-gatherer. I think that it's the same thing that happened several centuries ago when we had to go from hunting the beast to having to plant farms. And I think relationships are that farm so that we can eat tomorrow as well as today. And you need to do both. You need to eat berries and hunt things on the way to growing your farm. But I think ultimately that will keep you in a more sustainable cycle. And I think that's what a lot of small businesses came up against over the last couple of years. Sure, I use the social media tools to sort of wire a human business because it helps build relationships, it helps connect people between what matters to them, and it helps put together this system that didn't exist before. I call it bringing your own dial tone.
Bringing your own dial tone?
Right, bring your own dial tone. You know, using these social tools means I don't need to dial your home anymore. I don't need to send a mail to your house. I can connect with you where you are, when you are. And so I think these tools help facilitate better business.
So what are the top 3 or 4 things you would tell a small business person to follow? Because what I'm hearing from what you've said so far is authenticity is what matters.
Authenticity for sure, but even in regards to pursuing sales, listen, because that's the most powerful tool we have. Google the phrase grow bigger ears. I've written an entire post for you how to use social tools to listen. And then beyond that, build a relationship, connect, and then sell more directly by building a relationship first.
Relationship is what matters.
Yes.
And how do you use Twitter?
I use Twitter to talk to people. I use Twitter to understand what their passions are and to connect with them, and I try to respond back and forth to people who connect with me.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks for your time.